and look through my eyebrows, kind of a Kubrick stare, and then I relax all of the muscles in my face.
Have you ever wondered what celebrities go through to look the way they do on screen? From prosthetics to extensive makeup routines, Hollywood stars often face grueling and sometimes painful transformations to bring their characters to life. In this video, we explore the behind-the-scenes makeup and prosthetic challenges of several stars, including Jenna Ortega, Jennifer Lawrence, Jim Carrey, and many more. Get ready to discover the lengths these actors go to for their art. Jim Carrey. The makeup artists Rick Baker and Gail Ryan were awarded an Academy Award for their outstanding work in transforming the comic into the grumpy character created by Dr. Seuss. But it came at a price. It took 8 hours to apply the latex, and the yellow contact lenses were so unpleasant that the color had to be changed in post-production for some of the photos, since it was too uncomfortable to wear them during shooting.
Really a challenge, because I was buried, and my eyeballs were covered and my hands had long fingers on them and stuff like that.
However, the actor did get some assistance in adapting to the suit, as the production company engaged a former CIA operative to provide the celebrity with torture resistance training in order to get him through the ordeal. Jennifer Lawrence. During the course of filming, the actress had to have a doctor brought to the set because she had a skin response to the blue paint that she wore in her role as Mystique. This reaction included itching, boils, and blisters. Because it took 8 hours to apply and required 7 artists, the experience was so terrible that the celebrity insisted on wearing a full-body suit instead of the sequels.
All of this, it's like, are you kidding? I'm not taking this off. Are you kidding me?
Robin Williams. Even though the movie was an unmitigated disaster, Robin Williams gives one of his best performances in The Sailor Man. However, he paid the price for it. Because the prosthetic arms he wore to imitate Popeye's legendary muscles really cut off his circulation, it hurt him every time he had to put them on. Jenna Ortega. This young actress has been making waves in the entertainment industry, and her latest project, the Netflix series Wednesday, is no exception. While Jenna is an absolute stunner on screen, it turns out that her makeup process for the show was no walk in the park. In fact, according to the show's hair and makeup department, it was downright painful. In an interview with Teen Vogue, hair and makeup designer Tara McDonald and hair and makeup artist Nirvana Jalalvand revealed some behind-the-scenes secrets of Jenna's iconic goth glam look for the show. Tara explained that they wanted to create a more natural, everyday goth makeup look for Wednesday, but that didn't make the process any less challenging. Jenna had to endure multiple layers of foundation, setting powder, and a just-bitten lip look that involved a MAC Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Night Moth and Dr. Paw Paw lip balm. But the real pain came from the lash extensions that Jenna had to wear every day for the role. Nirvana shared on Instagram that Jenna had to undergo a full lash extension process, which took over 3 hours to apply, and was so painful that it made her cry. Despite the challenges, Jenna's dedication to the role paid off, and she looks absolutely stunning in every episode of Wednesday. We can't wait to see what she does next. Romijn. It took an incredible 9 hours to affix Romijn's outfit, which had a total of 110 different pieces of prosthetics, and she was the first person to play the shapeshifter role. In addition to this, she had to exercise tremendous caution in order to preserve the chemistry of her body. If she didn't, the scales would come off, which would prevent her from drinking alcohol, flying, or using skin treatments. She had to be incredibly cautious. Max von Sydow. Since the Swedish actor was just 44 years old when he took on the role of the 80-year-old Father Marin, it was necessary for him to use makeup to simulate the effects of aging throughout the movie. The famed artist Dick Smith was responsible for creating him, and on a daily basis, his face was wrapped in latex and subjected to stretching and pulling, which von Sydow found to be extremely difficult to bear. Helena Bonham Carter. The makeup effects crew for the film Planet of the Apes in 2001 was up to the challenge of creating human-ape hybrids, even if it may have appeared like a challenging assignment at the time. The power of makeup allowed Helena Bonham Carter, who is renowned for playing classic parts like Bellatrix Lestrange in the Harry Potter series, to be entirely turned into an animal mutant. The production team of the movie employed prosthetics to give her a jutting nose and larger ears to better portray her character. The procedure was, as was to be expected, a rather laborious one. After the shooting was through, it took another hour and a half to get Carter back to her regular self. even though she had been sitting in the makeup chair for more than 4 hours while they worked on her face. Christian Bale. Even though Christian Bale and Dick Cheney don't look anything alike, those who see Vice may have a different opinion after seeing the actor play the role of the American politician in the film. Although it has been stated that Bale put on a significant amount of weight in order to portray the part, the transformations did not stop there. To portray the contentious vice president, Bale replicated his appearance as closely as possible by shaving his head, bleaching his eyebrows, and volunteering to test a variety of face prosthetics. Due to the fact that the actor's weight changed throughout the course of shooting, the production even had him wear a fat suit to ensure consistency. Ralph Fiennes. This was no simple accomplishment, but Fiennes' makeup crew transformed him from a lovely actor into a creature resembling a snake by giving him scaly, pale skin and cutting openings for his nose. In other words, Voldemort. The whole process of changing his appearance took around 2 hours before the shooting began, which is a pretty short amount of time given how drastically different he seemed. Even though some fans pointed out that the movie version of Voldemort did not have the blood-red eyes that he had in J.K. Rowling's novels, the cinematic version of the monster was just as terrifying. Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman's stunning performance as Winston Churchill in the film Darkest Hour, along with the fantastic practical effects that he created, caused a tidal wave of excitement across the film industry. The performance was hailed so highly that in 2018, Oldman was awarded an Academy Award for it. For the movie, he put on 14 more pounds so that he could portray the role of the legendary former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Also, the actor had to use facial prosthetics in order to transform the appearance of his face into a rounder and more aged version of himself. To put the cherry on top, reports indicate that the film spent thousands of dollars on cigars in order to create an exact duplicate of Churchill. Karen Gillan. In her part as Nebula, Karen Gillan unquestionably proved that she is capable of playing one of the show's distinctive aliens, which is one of the reasons why Guardians of the Galaxy is so successful. The actor's head was shaved, and he was painted with heavy coats of blue and violet makeup instead of having long red curls. Also, she was forced to wear a prosthetic device that resembled a metal gadget all the way around the left side of her face. This device covered the whole of her eye and the surrounding area. Gillan eventually disclosed that a great degree of suffering was caused by this specific characteristic of her body. But in order for her performance to be finished, she had to put in a lot of work practicing intense combat choreography in order to be properly prepared for the film's intricate fight sequences.
I will hunt my father like a dog and I will tear him apart slowly.
Mike Myers. Even if reviewers and moviegoers didn't have a lot of positive things to say about The Cat in the Hat, no one can argue that the film's makeup was anything short of extraordinary. Through a process of very intricate practical effects, Mike Myers was able to be converted into a well-known character from Dr. Seuss's books. Myers had already been in movies in which he portrayed other renowned characters, such as Dr. Evil and Austin Powers, and thus he was no stranger to the hard process of applying makeup for those roles. However, in order to play the character of the Cat in the Hat, he had to put on a bulky prosthetic outfit for a period of 5 hours, in addition to spending an extra 2 hours on face makeup. And the weight of the outfit was evident since one of the primary complaints leveled against the movie was that Myers moved too stiffly to successfully play the role. And that's it! Thanks for watching this video, click the subscribe button, and see you in the following video.